Coming in fresh is the much touted EU-India FTA. People are already calling this free trade agreement the mother of all deals. And honestly, the tag isn't far off. This is a trade pact between two of the world's largest economic blocs, together representing nearly 2 billion people and a massive share of global trade and consumption. What makes this deal even more remarkable is that negotiations began almost 2 decades ago, paused, restarted, and have now been concluded. This agreement is set to reshape how goods, services, capital, and technology move between India and Europe. For businesses, this is not just another FTA. This is a structural shift in how India and Europe engage as long-term economic partners. And yes, your French wine might start tasting a little sweeter when tariffs come down. Let's move on to the next steps for implementation. While negotiations are concluded, the agreement is not yet in force. There are a few important steps before companies can start using the benefits. First, the legal text will be finalized and formally signed by both sides. Second, the agreement will go through ratification processes within the EU and India, including approvals at the EU Parliament and member state levels and domestic approvals in India. Third, once ratified, the FTA will be notified and phased implementation will begin. Tariff reductions will not happen overnight. Many duty cuts will be phased over several years, and some sensitive sectors may follow longer transition timelines. So while businesses should not expect day one zero duty on everything, the direction is locked in and the signal to markets is strong and irreversible. Now let's understand who will it benefit. This deal has wide coverage and benefits flow both ways. Indian exporters in sectors like pharmaceuticals, engineering goods, electronics, auto components, textiles, and IT-enabled services stand to gain from lower tariffs and easier access to European markets. European companies benefit from better access to the Indian market across machinery, chemicals, mobility solutions, high-end manufacturing, and technology. The agreement is also designed to help SMEs, not just large multinationals. Simplified procedures, clearer rules of origin, and better regulatory cooperation make it easier for smaller firms to enter cross-border trade. Beyond goods, trade and investment flows will pick up. Legal, financial, professional services, digital services, and R&D collaboration will see smoother market access. At a strategic level, this deal strengthens supply chain integration between India and Europe. In a world where global trade patterns are being rethought and diversified amid policy and geopolitical uncertainty, India is emerging as a reliable, scalable, and competitive partner for European businesses. At a strategic level, this deal strengthens supply chain integration between India and Europe. In a world where global trade patterns are being rethought and diversified amid policy and geopolitical uncertainty, India is emerging as a reliable, scalable, and competitive partner for European businesses. What should businesses do now? This is one of those rare policy moments where being boringly prepared suddenly becomes a competitive advantage. So businesses should now track signing, ratification, and phased implementation timelines closely. Identify products and services that will see tariff reductions and plan pricing and contracts accordingly. Prepare for tariff-related changes in costing, margins, and land price structures. Review supply chains to assess sourcing, manufacturing, or assembly shifts to maximize FTA benefits. Get compliance ready for rules of origin, customs documentation, labeling, and regulatory standards. Run scenario planning for export growth, EU market entry, and competitive positioning. Explore strategic alliances or joint ventures with EU partners to move early. The EU-India FTA is not just about cheaper trade. It's about building safer, fairer, and more resilient economic ties for the long term.